Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am building a cottage for a spellcaster. I was really inspired to do something for one of the occult sims as we are getting werewolves next week, which is so soon. So I, shortly after the announcement of werewolves, decided to stream building in the world of Glimmerbrook. I didn't have too much of a strong idea of what we were going to do except for play around with some of the stuff from A Realm of Magic and make a home for a spellcaster. So this ends up being for a few sims, and I'm thinking they are either expecting a baby or really hoping sometime in the future that they will have a baby because there's a little nursery set up, but I don't think they actually have the baby yet. So it's one way or another. You can play around with that or redecorate it to be for a different sim if you would prefer. But this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that is super cozy in my opinion. I love the colors. I really adore how the shape came out. It's got some indoor-outdoor space as well as a really pretty back garden for all sorts of gardening and flower arranging and stuff. I was thinking that this spellcaster was pretty into that. I also am not sure if this is just a single sim or 2 sims that are living here. It's definitely up to you. But I had a lot of fun decorating this one, so I hope you will enjoy it. And if you do and you'd like to download this build, you can go ahead and grab that on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below. And speaking of which, if you are interested in seeing some more builds like this, more occult builds, more things with werewolves once they come out next week, and you're not already subscribed, feel free to click that little subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and I post build videos like 3 to 5 times a week, so I would love to have you join us. Honestly, a lot of the time it's more than that, and I think next week for werewolves, I'm not going to be able to contain myself, and there's going to be a lot of content on the channel. I just get so excited when we have new content. And I'm excited to do some builds, maybe some gameplay. I'm definitely going to be streaming it. Actually, next week, Werewolves comes out on the 16th. And on the 17th, I will also be streaming both the 16th and 17th. But on the 17th, I am doing a charity stream for the It Gets Better project, which is a fantastic organization, LGBTQ organization, and I am raising money as part of a Pride Month charity stream. So I'm really bad at explaining things, but basically I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be really fun, and we're going to be playing with werewolves, of course, on stream. But we have some really silly charity incentives that I think you might be interested in. Anything from, putting stamps on my face, to having names written on shirts, to sending you stickers in the mail, and the big one of if we raise a total of $2,500 for the It Gets Better project, I'm going to dye my hair rainbow. So if you're interested in checking that out on the 17th of June at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be live over on twitch.tv/MissGryphi playing with The Sims and raising money for charity. So I would love to have you join us. Anyway, with that out of the way, the outside of this build is starting to come together. I had a blast with the landscaping here. I could not stop. I just kept coming back and doing more, and I didn't originally think I was going to do much decorating in the back of this house. I thought it was just going to be like woods, but I have a really cute backyard that I adore, and I'm so happy that I spent as much time as I did on the landscaping of this lot because I really think it adds to the feel of it, and it feels a little bit more magical, whimsical, all of that. I just think it looks really pretty in the end. But we're going to pop in and out a few different times here. I was trying to figure out the floor plan as we went, so you can see me figuring out where the bathrooms are and where the bedrooms are, and then this back left corner is going to be the kitchen. I don't keep it on an angle there. I actually did struggle a little bit with the floor plan, and part of this I did over on Twitch, and part of it I finished after stream, but I had a lot of trouble with the floor plan, but it came together really well in the end. I'm very, very happy with it. I think it came out super cute. I think it really shows off the personality I was hoping to get in this space, where it's kind of clean and put together, but it's also got a lot of quirky clutter throughout and like fun colors. So that's developing now. You can see it went from really neutral to having these more vibrant wood tones and that collection of paintings up there. That is from the Paranormal pack. We also got a little TV. I also used this couch, which is still one of my favorites in the game. It's a base game one that's unlocked. I don't remember how it's unlocked, but I just really like that one. And we also have a rocking chair in this space and just playing around with getting some curtains. And I really wanted to use this hutch over here that came with Realm of Magic, but I didn't find a spot for it in the end, so that does go away. But you'll see me keep moving it around because I don't know where to put it. And in the end, I couldn't. There was nowhere to put it in this house. I also made sure there was a lot of plants because I was thinking that the sim was into gardening, hence there being planters outside, but I brought in a bunch of like decorative plants on the inside as well. I have that little stand from the Blooming Rooms kit, and also the plant next to it as well, which is so pretty. There I am moving the hutch again. Over here is where I actually end up having a little desk space. I really like this other unlockable desk from base game. It feels a little bit old, but also cluttered, all the things tacked up on it and the boxes of books. I really like the style of it, so I felt that worked really nicely for this home. The whole place isn't overly messy, but there's like little aspects of it that are a little bit shuffled around, I guess. And then over here is where I'm going to have the dining space. I actually used a bar height table, which I don't use very often. I was just like looking through the tables and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to use. And then I saw this and I thought it worked really nicely with these chairs from Cats and Dogs. So that is going to be our dining space. But then I had this problem of the entryway feeling way too open. So I actually ended up drawing a wall here to have a little bit more of a defined entryway. And I think it helped tremendously with the floor plan looking like it was purposeful and made sense. So that's what I did there, and just got a little closet and a mirror and some brooms by the door. I almost forgot to put brooms in this house. These are spellcasters. They need the brooms. And this is where I'm deciding to start working on the back area. So I started by adding a porch coming off of the kitchen, which helped to figure out the kitchen space because I struggled with it a lot. I kept moving stuff around in there and picking out cabinetry that I really didn't like on stream, and then I just abandoned it. And after stream, I ended up playing around with it and figuring it out. And I'm glad I took that time because sometimes I just can't figure it out the first time. I think it's really normal to get stuck on builds. And that's definitely what happened this time, but it worked out really nicely in the end because I was able to play around more with the colors in the backyard, and I figured it out pretty well, I think. So here I am painting the exterior a brighter orange color and doing one of my favorite things because right now it was feeling a little bit dull, not that magical, and I figured out how to make it feel a little bit more magical, which you're going to be seeing here in just a moment. First, I'm getting some fence pieces in the front just to make the space a little bit more defined. We got some wisteria and then giant purple crystals everywhere. I have them like growing in through the plants. I use Tool to move them around, resize some of them, and I think it adds so much personality and like magical vibes to this house. I really, really enjoyed that, and so I hope you will too. I think it looks really cool having like these rocks and the various crystals just like growing throughout, having some planters around the space, and just having a couple of different layers here. I really enjoyed the porches that have the stilted foundation, whereas we have the stone foundation for the more solid structure of the build. And so we're just getting some more plants around here and then getting some stones going from the side porch to the main porch, like the front entry. And then this side porch actually leads down into the backyard as well. I just think it came out so cool. I love these crystals. I never get to use them because I don't know where to. They're in the debug catalog for, or Shall Live Edit Objects catalog for Realm of Magic. I think they show up somewhere in the Magic Realm, but I think actually using them here in Glimmerbrook worked really well. Another pack that I think was perfect for this build is the Paranormal Stuff pack. I know our last stuff pack, we'll see if we ever get another one. But I really like the table and chairs out here. You could also place down I think it's a different table that you would use that looks the same if you want to do, oh my gosh, what is it called? Seances, I think. That's an option as well. I also put a crack under the cauldron. I was thinking maybe something went wrong and there's a big crack that appeared there. But here you can see me working on the backyard. A lot of it is just plants, but I think I framed it out pretty nicely, where there's a lot of plants and rocks and a little pathway over to a deck space, and it just feels a little bit more private, but still has a lot of that nature going on, and I just really like this. For some reason, I don't ever decorate backyards like this, So for some reason, this one just really stood out to me and I quite enjoyed it. I also got to use the new fire pit from the little campers kit. It's so cute. I haven't been able to use that yet. I haven't found a use for it, but I think it worked out nicely here because I thought, you know, a fire pit would be kind of fun. And then I remembered we got the new one, and I think it's really pretty with all of the cutouts on the sides. And there is that flower arranging table, and I also put some planters over here. I had to move them around a little bit with Tool to make them make sense in that space, so hopefully they work. I will try to remember to playtest those before I upload this to the gallery. Everything else should be fine though. And then just getting some more rocks back here to make it blend in a little bit better before working on the kitchen space that I completely destroyed before and just took everything out of, and you didn't even see it in the video because it took a long time. You can watch that back if you really want to though over on Twitch. I have all of my VODs up there, so you can see it if you really want to. But I did use the counters that came with Realm of Magic, but I didn't use like the other pieces that did. I decided I liked the fridge from the Country Kitchen kit a little bit better, and I used an island counter from the Snowy Escape pack, and I think it looks pretty cozy in here. For some reason, I just really like the idea of more older appliances and stuff in here. I think that's why I went for the Country Kitchen ones versus really magical looking things. I think they're pretty, but there's only sometimes that I feel like I want a fridge with a giant gemstone in the middle of it, and I didn't really feel like it fit this house. But anyway, in here I am decorating. I got this big spoon that comes with the giant cauldrons. This little cauldron that I put on the stovetop is actually from the Spooky Day stuff pack. It's just like a light decoration, but I raised it up on the stove so it looks like we're brewing something, and then of course getting some herbs and stuff hanging up. That is a familiar. I think it looks like a crystal ball, so I like to add that into the kitchen. Of course, getting my cutting boards. I just feel like they add so much to a kitchen. So much extra decoration, and they don't get in the way. They don't prevent your Sims from actually using the space, so that's always nice. And then just moving some stuff around over on this island piece to make it look a little bit more cluttered and used. Getting the red shelf out to help place the mandrake over on top of the book. So it looks like we have some stuff stacked up here. I think it looks really cute in the end. I love how this kitchen came out. And then just getting some brooms hanging on the wall, as well as a chalkboard that they have some stuff written down on. And then getting a few more decorations over here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I grabbed a hutch as well as a trash can. And what else did we put over here? Oh, I ended up putting a shelf with like some gardening supplies by the back door. I thought that made a lot of sense. And then we got some like vegetables and stuff, some various oversized crops over by the sink and also the door. I just thought that looked realistic. Maybe they had taken some plants from outside, they just harvested them and brought them in to wash and prep. So I just wanted this kitchen to look really cluttered, but really cute as well. I love how it came out. And then we are moving on into the bathroom. I really like the linoleum tile I used throughout the space. It's from Strangerville. It's just like a dirty version of this linoleum tile, and I think it looks really nice for what I was going for, because the space is not supposed to look super run down, but like there's elements of it that are old. This isn't old flooring, and I just think it looks nice that way. It gives some more character to the build and is more realistic as well. I don't think most of our homes are perfect like you see on YouTube or on TV or in Sims videos. That's just, it's not realistic. So I like to incorporate things like this more often. And I've said this before, even the houses that I try and make look a little bit more realistic are not even realistic to me in real life, because every house I go in has beige carpet, and I always use wood in my builds because I think it looks so pretty, and it's just not my experience. So it's nice to incorporate those things into my builds that I wish I had in real life. Anyway, this is the primary bedroom. I used this like quilted fabric bed from the Cats and Dogs pack. I just think it adds more quirky personality to this room, and I really like this bed. I think it has some really fun swatches, and just getting a couple of simple decorations around. We have a planter box in here. We have a collection of photos on the wall. I wanted to have like a little bit of a collage of paintings, so I think it looked pretty cute like that. And the curtains in here are from Realm of Magic. I had to use Tool a little bit to lower them down because they're for medium wall height, but they're really pretty. And of course, the best mirror in the game from the Jungle Adventure pack. I wanted to say Realm of Magic because we're working with Realm of Magic, but no, that's from Jungle Adventure. I also got a wand and a potion, and then we're moving on into the little nursery space. I think it looks so cute in here. It's mostly neutral with the exception of the pink curtain. I love the tones in here. I love the bassinet that came with Realm of Magic. I'm really excited we're getting another one with werewolves as well. But this is the last thing we're doing in here, just getting a couple of more cozy decorations before we finish up the outside and head on into screenshots. So I really do hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.